By the end of this review, you'll have a clear idea if Shattered Space is worth diving into, or if it's just an add-on you can skip. Let's start with what stands out the most, Varun Kai. This planet is a stunning mix of fuchsia and deep blues, making it a visual treat, especially on an HDR display. If you're playing on TV, this might be one of the most visually appealing places in the game, thanks to the vibrant, saturated colors and improved lighting system. Gone are the crushed blacks that plagued the game at launch, making Starfield one of the best-looking games currently out there. Upon jumping to Varun Kai, you'll encounter a derelict space station, marking the start of your journey in Shattered Space. This DLC is for players at level 35 or higher, and if you're not prepared, you're in for a tough ride. The space station is filled with creepy vibes, and the DLC doesn't hold back on delivering some seriously chilling moments. It's also where your choices start to matter more, allowing your character to make some truly wicked decisions that the base game didn't quite offer. In terms of gameplay, Shattered Space offers a different experience compared to the base game. While Starfield is all about jumping from planet to planet, this expansion keeps you mostly grounded on Varun Kai. The good news is, you're not locked into the location. Fast travel is available, and the new buggy makes navigating the planet's main city and its densely packed surroundings easy and enjoyable. The biggest hook in Shattered Space comes in the form of new enemies and powers. The House Varun members and the Vortex Horrors bring a fresh challenge. These enemies are infused with a vortex power, and they've lost their minds due to their time in the vortex, a space between galaxies. Fighting them is intense, and once you defeat them, they drop loot that includes void crystals and void cysts. These can be used to craft explosives, adding a new layer of depth to combat. Weapons also take a new turn, with a focus on melee. While mid to long-range shooting remains a solid option, powerful legendary daggers are plentiful, making close-quarters combat feel more visceral. Whether you're on PC or Xbox Series X, the combat feels smooth and responsive, especially with the 40 FPS mode on a 120Hz display. Shattered Space runs like a dream on both platforms, showcasing the optimization efforts since Starfield's launch. One of the most exciting parts of Shattered Space is how much your choices matter. The expansion offers more morally grey decisions, pushing you towards some truly evil outcomes if you wish. While the base games sometimes felt like your decisions didn't carry much weight, this DLC makes them feel impactful. You can play the noble hero, or you can dive deep into the more sinister aspects of House Varun. It's refreshing to see how the narrative adapts to your choices, giving you more freedom to shape the galaxy. Your companions play a key role as well, and if Andrea is with you, the experience is even more personal. As a native of Varun Kai, her emotional connection to the planet adds a touching layer to the story, and the voice acting is top-notch throughout the DLC. The only downside is that some side characters and one main character can come across as overly dramatic. Unfortunately, Shattered Space is not without its technical problems. While the game generally runs well, there are still occasional frame drops and pop-in issues, particularly when using the new Rev 8 vehicle. Worse, some players have reported game-breaking glitches, such as their character freezing and being unable to move. While bugs are not as rampant as they were at Starfield's launch, they can still hamper the experience, especially during key moments. Another criticism is the underwhelming implementation of zero-gravity combat. Promised as a major feature, it doesn't significantly change the core gameplay. And while aliens are introduced in the DLC, much of the combat still revolves around human enemies. This can make combat feel repetitive, especially for players hoping for something more dynamic and alien-focused. Shattered Space introduces some great new ideas and a visually stunning world in Varun Kai, but it's still weighed down by some of the same issues that held Starfield back. If you're a returning player, the improvements are noticeable, but the game still suffers from repetitive combat, technical glitches, and underwhelming new features like zero-gravity combat. That being said, the expansion does a great job of making your choices feel more meaningful, and the darker tone adds a new level of excitement. If you enjoyed Starfield and want more of it with a twist, then Shattered Space is worth your time. However, if you were disappointed with the base game, this expansion might not do enough to win you back. Thanks for watching, and if this review helped, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more gaming content.